I only thought it would be 14.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the FB and Goob Show. I am FB.
What's up, y'all? I'm the Goob.
We are sponsored by the Good Time Tavern. It's in Livermore, California. You can't miss it. It's got a sign. How's the Goop?
A little disappointed, but at the same time, the Super Bowl's all right. But I'm excited. We got to talk. We got our NBA 3-on-3 game going on again. We have some motorsports to talk about, little Daytona action.
Kind of sad
Um,
about that.
and of course, I'm going to talk about Pulisic a little bit, but we got to start off with how right the Goob was at the Super Bowl. Multiple point victory.
So you want to do this? You want to do this whole part of the show with the cow? What are you saying?
I do not. I'm just saying, I said Eagles are going to win by a couple touchdowns, and they easily won by a couple touchdowns.
Listen, I said nothing. I told you I didn't want to vote at all. I
Hey,
just I
this is
wanted
not an
to.
anti-assessment of you. This is just you're supposed to tell me I'm great. That's all I
Okay,
want right
you
now.
are great. You were right. I
I watched around the horn today. All four of those guys picked Kansas City. Guess who I beat? All four of those guys. Put me on TV, ESPN. What's up?
like. I guess you got a point there.
Yeah, I got something.
Um, Well, all those guys were all those guys like me that just wanted to see something that's never been done happen. So, by the way, the last time it has been done, and I know this won't matter, but
Doesn't count. It does not count.
the last time a team
Doesn't count.
won three in a row,
What's my big?
I don't know if you know this. It's
Nope. Sorry.
the Green Bay
Foul on the play.
Packers. They
You
won
only
two
played
Super
against
Bowls
old
and a
white guys.
championship. All right, whatever. It's fun. They brought it up at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Way to go, Green Bay.
Way to go, Green Bay. Yeah, listen, I didn't think it was gonna if it wasn't close like Mahomes needs it to be, and then some miracle happens and Mahomes wins his third Super Bowl, then it was gonna be a blowout. And it didn't even make the first quarter for me. I worked so much last week, I just had to do laundry and stay home and get things back together so I could start again. So I figured, well, I'll just watch the Super Bowl and miss the commercials, do some work, and I didn't even watch the second half of the game, I don't think. It was on, and I'd stop every once in a while and shake my head,
Sure.
walk away.
Yeah, no, we were looking forward, but I want to give even though Saquon did not get all the props and all the yards and all the accolades in the Super Bowl, he did pass Terrell Davis for most yards, season and playoffs combined. And it was kind of like I feel like Andy Reid did a bad Belichick there. Like he and Spagnola, the defense coordinator, decided they were going to take Saquon out of it as much as they possibly could.
They
And
did.
they did a good job when he's running 3 yards carry. He did have a few catches for a few yards. But yeah, the fact that they left their corners on an island with Devontae and AJ Brown, and they just didn't care if Jalen Hurts ran for 11 times for 73 yards. It was just they left so much open that Saquon deserves all the credit.
Throughout the Super Bowl, they mentioned it over and over again how they focused on Saquon Barkley. And I honestly believe that the Eagles also knew they were going to focus on Saquon Barkley and played the
Yeah, only
exact
what
game plan they
15,
needed to play. You know
15
what I
touches
mean?
for Saquon. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I do. I
mean,
do.
you knew Kansas City could, and I like your reference to Bill Belichick, eliminate one player. You knew they were good enough to eliminate Saquon Barkley, but could they eliminate Devontae Smith, which they did not, AJ Brown, which they did not, and
Yeah,
Gordat, they didn't eliminate him.
he plays for everybody.
Big plays for everybody, touchdowns. But in the end, that defense for the Eagles,
That young defense.
that young defense, yeah, don't that's keep remembering that. That's frightening.
A little bit.
I mean, Jordan Davis is probably the first for a contract, and it's still not for 2 years or 3 years or some shit. It's
Oh, yeah,
like,
absolutely.
oh fuck, that guy gets an extension. You know what I mean? Carter gets an extension. Jesus. So
Sweat's going to get paid. Yeah, in 3 years they won't be able to afford anybody, but until then they're going to be scary.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm frightened by the Eagles now after watching that Super Bowl. I have no hope for the Green Bay Packers even getting to a Super Bowl now. So after watching the Eagles, I was like, damn, that's
I do have some hope for you.
I have some hope. I mean, thank you. I
The,
appreciate that.
the purging has begun. Kellen Moore, the new coach of the New Orleans Saints. So the OC from Philadelphia is now gone. They've already stolen one coordinator. And I got a really fun fact for you. You know, Kellen Moore, who will now be coaching Derek Carr, once beat Derek Carr in a college bowl game, 57-7.
Yeah,
And
that's
like, I'm
crazy.
wondering who gets bragging rights there, the one that's still playing or that one that the one that won the college game? Like,
Oh,
where do you
not the one that's still playing. I'd rather have a
no,
head coach job. I promise you
take,
that.
take the 57-7 win and the coaching job?
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Get to work, bitch.
Nice. Get to work, bitch.
That's
Yeah, he's
the
gonna have to because Saints are in trouble. So, and they're in like salary cap purgatory. So he's in trouble.
I see maybe a Howard draft pick to the Saints now with Kellen Moore being the coach, thinking, man, I could take Will Howard and I could make something out of this kid. Likes to
Sure,
run a
yeah,
little
that's
bit.
the possibility. Jackson Dart, Howard, possibly.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Now
I
and
think they have.
not worry about any of these so-called superstars and just take some third round quarterback. That's it. I'm now in on the Saints taking Will Howard. I
Fair
like
enough.
that.
It's a little
So
high for Will Howard in the third round, though, right?
in the third or fourth round, I don't unless some you know what? Somebody listen, JJ McCarthy went in the first round. So all he did was win a national championship. Wasn't that great? I don't
Fair
know.
enough. Fair enough. So repercussions from the Super Bowl, or where do we care where these two teams go from here? It seems like Eagles are kind of set. Kansas City needs a brand new offensive line. I mean,
They only rushed four for the whole game. I didn't think I saw not one time did five players rush at Patrick Mahomes. It was just Carter
I was
Davis,
shocked at how few green jerseys were heading that way.
either seven red ones or seven white and red people,
All
and
backing up.
four four Eagles jerseys. I was like, oh my God, this is insane. They're not rushing anymore. It's four times. It's a sack on four rushers every time. That's can't be. That's in. I don't get it. I was
Oh yeah, Kansas City never had a chance to get anything going. That D line for Philadelphia. Well, we said the key was the trenches, right?
uh it
And
must have been. They must
The
not have a
Eagles won
running
that.
game either because Pacheco must have touched the ball six. That was what got me. I was like, I like when Pacheco runs the ball 36 times along with
and
Kareem
Mahomes
Hunt.
and Mahomes is 10 for 10.
10 for 10. Kelsey's 5 for 5. Somehow Worthy got a 65 yarder. And they took that whole game plan and threw it aside. And when they only rushed four every time, they didn't try to run the ball. I was like, you think you could get 4 or 5 yards with like 4-man rush? It's like,
Right?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
start with it, see what happens. You guys are just going back and throwing the ball instantly. You don't have
It
to
just
keep
got
up with
so
them.
out of hand so fast. I don't think they realized that they hadn't handed the ball off until it was the third quarter, and they were like, "Oh, you know what? Checo hasn't even touched the ball yet." It was just that fast. It happened all so fast. It was like dink, 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 sack, touchdown, sack, touchdown.
Sack, sack, sack,
Yeah.
sack. I never
Yeah.
seen so
Six
many
sacks,
sacks
six sacks, six tackles for losses.
in
So
like
even when they
three
ran,
drives.
they got hit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, all right, well, better luck next year, Kansas City. You know what?
I don't see him getting back to you.
No, I think Josh Allen next year will take the Bills to the Super Bowl.
Oh no, I
And
got Lamar for sure.
one of the two, but it will not be Patrick Mahomes. You
Burrow.
know,
It's either going to be Burrow, Buffalo, or Baltimore. One of the B's.
how about the Titans with Aaron Rodgers?
I'd rather go watch minor league hockey.
The Stockton Heat it is. We'll be there.
That's right.
Nice. All right. Well, I tell you what. Super Bowl was definitely a disappointment. Not a lot to talk about in football here for a while, but you know what? Mock drafts are coming, so
Oh yeah, well, funny to talk about. I mean, Kellen
Sure.
Moore is just the tip of the postseason iceberg.
Nice.
Postseason.
Postseason.
Yeah.
Go Saints.
Go Saints. Not happening. All right. Game time.
Let's do it.
NBA
I got
game
three
time.
questions.
All right. I think you go first this week.
Shit. I don't have three written down. Hold on.
That's fair. Just say Luca trade, Jimmy Butler trade, and then something else. And just pick a third
No, I
question.
worded them differently, you asshole.
All
Thank you.
right. Think juice. Here we go.
Think juice. Question and asking juice.
Lovely, lovely.
Engaging. All right. Question one. Where do the Lakers finish their year now that Luca has got this really, really big giant chip on his shoulder? Because nobody trades the Luca. You don't trade the Luca.
I wouldn't trade the Luca.
Nobody trades the Luca. So where do they go from here? Where does the Lakers are where right now? 6, 7, 8? Praying to hold on.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird that they traded for a center and then didn't have a center, and now they have Alex Len, who's
Not a center.
perpetually well, yeah, he's tall enough to be a center. But no one wants him on his roster because he's really just not that good. So that where that leaves the Lakers, oh man, I mean, Jesus, Luca and LeBron are ridiculous. There's no denying the talent. You know what I'm saying? They're both large individuals. So I mean, the Lakers are suited for a decent run in the West. I could see them in a 4-5 matchup with a very, very interesting team. So yeah, I'm gonna put them in the 4 or 5 spot. I don't think
You don't think they can get anywhere near OKC, of course. You
no.
you don't believe that, now Memphis is in second, Rockets.
I think Memphis is in reach. I don't understand how their record is what it is. Let's be honest. I'm gonna have to look more in depth to that Memphis team, or at least give them some props because they're
I,
winning a lot of games. John
I
Morant's not shot anybody lately, or
I
we've
saw
done.
something that they went from last in scoring points per game to first. I don't know. Some crazy. You have to look that one up.
So
That one
yeah,
I was kind of listening. No, like with no John Morant basically last year, and now with John Morant. Now they got. I watched a little of the game. Like that Edie guy is out there, and he's still got a lot to work on. But
oh yeah, he's tall. He's tall.
he's tall. He's tall, and yeah, I guess, yeah, they're doing well. So you go 4-5. I like that. That's fair.
Yeah,
Let's
I can't see them losing games they shouldn't with Luca and LeBron on the court.
right.
It just that seems insane to me.
Even without a center.
Oh yeah, I mean
LeBron can play center.
Jackson Hayes is out there. He's not terrible. He was 6 for 6 today with like a bunch of lob dunks. So I mean, how you don't need the center to do much. Grab a rebound, throw down a lob.
Right? And defend. Get some rebounds.
Put your hands up.
Put your hands
You're
up.
7 foot tall. Put your hands up.
Make it harder to put it in the basket.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
7
So
points.
yeah, no, they're gonna be fun. They're gonna be fun. They're not gonna win all their games. They're not gonna suddenly be the second seed. But yeah, they're gonna be a fun watch. Go.
Okay.
I mean, be prepared to watch a lot of Laker games, unfortunately.
Yeah, right. Be prepared. Well, give yourself 7 points. That's a fair, fair answer.
Yeah, I'm sure I missed some stuff. As in, Luca is the best ever.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out. So,
Yeah.
okay. Question 2.
Question 2.
Which Western Conference trade will benefit? This is a kind of a two-part question.
Sure.
The franchise the most, present and future.
The franchise the most?
Yes, I use the word franchise in that question.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, right.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to say Luca is the obvious number one answer. I don't think there's any denying that getting a 25-year-old player who's already been all NBA 5 times is a bad thing. So that's got to be good for that franchise. Um, I
Now the
want to
other one
say,
just traded him away.
I'm going to say the Pistons. And that's not Western Conference. Do I have to stay in the Western Conference?
No, I'm interested now. Now I'm intrigued.
No, Detroit made a bunch of little trades, added a bunch of second round stuff. They're pretty much one nice free agent away from winning the 2026 title, which we find the tape. We could run that back. We predicted it. So
Yeah, we did.
all right, we're on the right path here with Detroit. I'm telling you.
We get a World Cup victory and a Pistons victory. We might get
Oh,
our own show on a network.
Pulisic on in form. I'll tell you about him later. But yeah, no,
All right.
it's a possibility. I'm going to say the Pistons have a better chance than the USA at this point. But
So, but presently, we're definitely going. But presently,
it's
what team
Luka.
benefits the
Dallas.
most?
Dallas's franchise has been destroyed by Anthony Davis. So sorry, Dallas. The
Right.
Lakers obviously great. Um, the Warriors. I love the Jimmy Butler trade. It's great for the here and now. We might actually win a couple postseason games. I'd like to see us in that 4 or 5 against the Lakers, and just they'd be way too big for us. But anyway, I'd still like to see that happen. So their franchise is good. Am I missing something? Toronto. I got a question for you about Toronto, but Toronto is one of my favorite trade. They got Brandon Ingram. I'll ask you a question about him later.
Okay, so you're taking then. Presently, you're taking still the Lakers,
The Lakers and the Pistons. Great deadline.
and futuristically, you're taking the
Toronto.
Lakers and the Pistons.
Then Toronto. I think Toronto did well.
And you're tossing Toronto in there. Okay, give yourself 4 points for just picking 38 of 32 teams. All right, I take them all. All right.
I took them all. I mean, if
I
I'd
would
take
have
one, it's
I
the
would have
Lakers, but we just
taken
talked about it.
Warrior for a perfect 10 points. I would have taken Warriors, Lakers. Warriors present, Lakers future. Just because I love Jimmy, and when Jimmy gets to playoff mode and with Steph Curry,
Oh yeah, those last 2 games with Jimmy, Jimmy's just filling up the stat sheet, and Steph's just I think he's had over 30, like 4 games in a row, but like crazy games the last 2 with Jimmy. Like he's just laughing, smiling, hitting threes.
that's what I mean. If you get him in the playoffs and Jimmy turns into Jimmy Bucket playoff guy,
Yeah, Jimmy guards 2 people. Steph doesn't even have to play defense anymore. It's a match made in freaking heaven.
well, that's why I say presently, because Jimmy is not going to be the future of the fucking
No,
Warriors.
well, his
He's
contract ends the same year.
37 or 35.
Yeah, him and Steph's contract end the same time. So they got this year and next year, I
Next
believe.
year, and then retirement.
And then retirement for Steph. Who knows what Jimmy's gonna do? He'll go play for the Knicks.
He'll be, I don't know, he'll be like a Jamie Foxx lookalike actor or something. I don't know.
Nice. He'll be his taller stunt double.
He'll be his taller
Or when he
stunt
gets,
double.
like,
No,
super-
Jamie Foxx and Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler could not be his stunt double. Wait, maybe for jumping scenes in
I'm
movies.
just saying if he gets like a superpower, like he gets taller, stronger.
And Jimmy Butler, that's when Jimmy Butler comes in.
Right.
Nice. When he turns into the superhero and there's a mask on.
Exactly.
Exactly. So you gave yourself 4 points?
I did. Well,
That's
you gave
because you added all those teams. That's okay though.
That's all right. There was a lot of interesting things going on.
Right. Okay. Listen. Question 3. And then you're gonna need some good points for this one.
Okay.
Because well, not really, because you give me my points. I could lose by 1 no matter what.
That's possible.
It's possible. Do these trades change anything for OKC? And I mean
no,
into the playoffs.
Oh no, it's still OKC in Boston. I don't see
okay.
I don't see any changes.
No? Okay, cool.
Let me
I
make
like
some
it.
points. Well, like I said, for the Lakers, it's the Alex Len thing. Your center is now, your starting center is now someone that no one else in the league wanted on their team of 2 or 3 centers.
Right.
So now that makes you what, the 91st best center in the world or something. So that's not great for the NBA. So that kind of eliminates the Lakers, I think.
At least the 87th. Or
least yeah,
97th.
for sure. So I don't give Lakers much of a chance. Dallas Dallas had three centers, Anthony Davis, Gafford, and Lively the fourth, and all three of them have since been injured. So now Dallas is out of centers. This is it's actually setting up really well for the Warriors. If there could be a bunch of teams with no centers, I think we could play with a bunch of teams with no centers. We just got to get
Jimmy
rid of
Butler
Jokic.
and Steph Curry? Fuck yeah, you could.
We got to get rid of Jokic. I think maybe that's the biggest difference. Jokic is now like Denver's been putting up like a buck 40 the last like few games in a row. If Jokic gets to play against people that are 6'10 or terrible, be tough to deny. Be tough to deny him. So yeah, maybe
Oh
some
yeah.
things have changed. Maybe more because of injuries than trades. But yeah, I guess that's the biggest change. I give Denver a better chance now.
Okay. There you go. I like it. Give yourself 8 points. I
All
like how
right.
you brought another team in. Somebody that can't sit there all year long at number one. Who, somebody's out there. Now you based it on injuries, but at least you gave me an answer that told me that OKC should think about it.
Indeed, indeed. I still think they're super confident. They still get
I mean,
homegrown
don't
back.
be like the Niners in the last two Super Bowls and take your foot off the gas. Just push it down and run this shit through.
Oh yeah, check out our shorts, everyone. If you just want to see more of FB cracking the goob.
At least
All right, you're getting just because of that comment, you're getting 0 points. Your first question.
there's two
Insulting,
opposite.
insulting the questioner. So
Yeah,
terrible.
whatever, man.
Bad news.
All right.
All right, fair enough.
What I give you? 8 set.
I got 19 total.
Night. All right.
So 6.33 per.
All right. Question away.
Question away. All right. Right before we started to film this, Philadelphia and Joel Embiid had a chance to win a game, and Joel Embiid dribbled the ball off his leg and looked like a complete fool. Philadelphia has now lost 4 in a row. Embiid is facing yet another surgery. If you're Philadelphia, I mean, do you just rest him the rest of the year and still maintain he's the main man? Do you, I don't know, what do you do if you're Philadelphia? You're outside the playoffs again now.
Well, I'm outside the playoffs again then, so I rest him. And I have him take go get the surgery. And I have him do it now because I'm now focused on next year. And then I hope to grab something in the draft because nobody's better at getting first round draft picks than the 76ers. And I hope for better days. That's what you have to do if you truly believe that he is who he's supposed to be. And when he is at his best, he's top 3-4 players in basketball.
Oh, at his best, he is the best usually. He puts up, what, 38, 12, 8, some blocks, some rebound, No,
Yeah,
Embiid at his best is, better than Anthony Davis when he's healthy and stuff.
by a lot. I mean, no, Embiid is a better player than Anthony Davis.
All right. Well, all right. A follow-up question. When do you just say, when does the process to start? And because I mean, the other guys are Paul George, and I guess Maxi's still excited.
It starts this year. Instantly.
Instantly?
I think you have to say goodbye to Paul George or let Paul George know that whatever it takes, buddy, we're getting rid of you. And I think Maxey needs to be, well, I don't know. Now, if you Maxey doesn't think Embiid's a decent person. So if you
Right.
go with the Embiid, then you have to trade Maxey. You have to surround Embiid with Embiid followers and not somebody who's, will go on national television and say he's late to every meeting and he's a piece of shit.
You could probably get a good package of picks and young talent for Maxey and, well, I guess George. He'll be a throw-in. Some playoff team will want Paul George for a pick.
Okay, for a
but
pick.
He's not worth much though.
Yeah, but like the Phoenix Suns 2030th pick, that's owned by the Pelicans.
or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And that pick can go for Paul George, and Paul George can go play for the Pelicans.
All right. So you're saying keep Embiid, rest of the year, tear pretty much everything else down, and rebuild. Just if you're gonna be Embiid fans, be Embiid fans. That you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to be Maxi fans, then keep Embiid playing for the rest of the season. Break him
Trade him,
down till he can't
trade
play
him for
anymore.
Zion.
You know. So, but
Would you trade him for Zion?
I don't I don't think you can be a Maxi fan over Embiid if you truly think that he can still be the best player in basketball. Maxi is never going to be the best player in basketball. He's a good player, but he's not going to be Joker, SGA. So if you're telling me Embiid can be Joker, SGA, you know, gunslinging finger boy from Memphis, then yeah, go for it.
That's fair. I gave you 7 points. I thought that was a really good answer. Just I tended to disagree with it. I think Embiid should be. I think it's done. I think we've seen the last of Embiid. I think if you show his injury chart, there's just little arrows everywhere: elbow, elbow, shoulder, knee, 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 ankle, ankle. That shit just adds up for, especially for 7-footers. So I basically penalize you for agreeing that old, big, tall people are gonna work out for you.
Is he the best player? Then you rest him now, get the surgery, and let him take the next year and a half off.
Give him like 19 surgeries, some steel rods, and maybe a mechanical something, and I'll think about it.
I mean, if he's leading to the next Greg Oden, then just fucking cut him. Or I mean, did you used to play basketball? Yes, ma'am. You know what I mean? And now he's in some commercial. So going back to school.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right.
All right. Going back to one of your topics earlier, I said I thought Toronto was in a good place. So Toronto playing really well with the recently extended Scotty Barnes. They got ex-Knicks quickly and RJ Barrett. They brought in Brandon Ingram from the Pelicans. So the whole Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson experiment is over. I'm excited about Toronto. Are you excited about Toronto?
No. But I am happy that you are excited about Toronto. And I like Brandon. Brandon Ingram was a, who's going to get him kind of thing. You know what I mean? I mean, I knew that the Knicks are set. The Celtics just beat the Knicks by 40. So they obviously are set since we just beat the Pacers by 30. You know what I mean? So it's like, anybody below us, we can beat by 30, and anybody below the Celtics, they can beat by 40. Well, that happens to be the Knicks. That freaks me the fuck out. So, and that's twice in a row now. That's not like we played the Celtics in the first game, beat us by 40. I went, all right, it's just Carl's first game on the Knicks and just getting our bearings straight. And then, halfway through the season, beat us by 40 again. I was like,
All right, so the next question is: the Knicks are the hottest team in the NBA at 8-2 in their last few. Karl-Anthony Towns just put up 40.
What did I get on the second question? Points
I'm
wise,
making this a 2-part question. You're getting double points for everything because you just started going with it. So make me excited about the Knicks in the second half since you've already started to get me excited.
well, I can only tell you that
I'll be there
Mitchell
for that
Robinson
Toronto
is
game.
on his way back, which makes us a better defensive team. The bench has now scored 15, 20 points in a couple games in a row. We've won the last few games without OG Anunoby because he's injured right now. He injured his hand.
Really, winning games without OG, that's actually huge in New York. That's the thing that did not happen last year.
No. We needed OG on the floor. His defensive play and his just brutishness is a big thing to have. Plus he can score 20, 30. So shit. Guys, we need that guy back. But I think with Mitchell Robinson coming back, the way the bench is starting to improve. I got to see my boy out of Marquette today.
Oh yeah, how the little guy do?
He was out there for a minute and 32 seconds. When all the bench for the Pacers and the Knicks got out there, it was kind of like watching a G League basketball game. It wasn't very good.
No, Tyler didn't bomb any threes.
No, Tower didn't shoot at all. I don't believe that I remember. Wasn't impressive. But you got to get on the court because we might need you next man up kind of shit. So go, go, go. McBride's pretty good, so I like McBride. I don't know. Mitchell Robinson, that's the key to what I think in this whole thing. I think better defense is all we really need. And that allows Karl Anthony Towns to just be on the court and still be himself. That's the whole Gobert thing. I know it is. Brunson, I think you lose Hart to the bench with Anunoby and Mitchell and Karl Anthony Towns, Brunson, whatever.
No, fun stat I think I shared with you over the phone, but most 40-point playoff games in the last few years, Jalen Brunson is second
Yeah.
behind only like LeBron or whoever.
I think in the playoffs, we could be an interesting team with Towns and Brunson and Hart in the playoffs is a different beast too. He turns into Mr. Rebound everywhere crazy man. So you need
48
that.
minutes. He's like, I'll play every minute.
I'll play every minute. I don't need to stop. So there's something about that's like, well, when we get to the
Give him a minute
playoffs,
off, I feel like.
if Anunoby, OG, everybody's got to stay healthy. OG's just got a hand injury right now. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, you guys need to be 100% to beat Celtics or Cavs.
Oh, yeah. And we need Mitchell Robinson to not get injured. Like, if we could hold him off to like 5 games before the playoffs, probably make me happier. We're not going to, but, because he could be injured before the playoffs, I mean, that's just how it seemed to go for him,
Have you seen any of the Derek Fox Wembanyama lob done?
I have not caught any. Well, I did catch their first game together. And man, Fox looks like he fits right in.
Oh man, it's a tie. Got another tie. So close.
Well,
you just don't know anything about Toronto, so you get punished.
I don't know anything about Toronto. All I know about Toronto is they got Quickly, and that pisses me off. That was like the one. That's what happened to our bench is we lost players like Grimes and Quickly and all that because we made all these trades to get Towns and blah blah blah. Like fuck.
Yeah, Grimes is on the move too. I forget where to, but he's somewhere else. Anyway.
So he's already been traded.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, he's not wanted there either.
Yeah, he's not wanted there. But we traded. Of course, we traded Quickly first because OG RJ Barrett's not as good as Julius Randle's, so it's a little difficult to get, same quality of player. So I'm ready to go.
You're going. I'm
sad. Do you know what's happening this week? So I'll break it down for you real fast. Let's make this simple. For anybody, this is NASCAR. I'm excited. It's the beginning. This is the first time I'm going to talk about it for this year's show.
Ooh, can I tell you the 2 facts I know about it?
Oh, man, I don't.
It was started in 1959, and Richard Petty is the king. That's all I know.
I made a short one time saying Richard Petty might have been like in that Caitlin Clark. That's who I compared Caitlin Clark to was Richard Petty because, he changed. Racing had been going on for a while. And then when Richard Petty came, racing became like, newspaper worthy. And WNBA had been going on for a while. And Caitlin Clark came along and it seemed like it became newspaper worthy. So I kind of compared Caitlin Clark and Richard Petty together. I got a bunch of shit for it. People were saying Tiger Woods. I was like, how about Jack Nicklaus and, I don't know, Tom Watson and all those other guys who already made golf pretty newsworthy. I was like, whatever. But yeah, Richard Petty, definitely the king. He won 200 races or some shit. That's tough to do.
In Daytona? That'd be nuts.
That'd be insane. He's definitely the king of Daytona, though. I mean, we talk about Dale Earnhardt Sr. being like, Richard Petty and then Dale Earnhardt Sr. And I think Sr. only got one. So, and Richard Petty's got lots, so it's like, go Richard. Jeff Gordon's got lots more than Dale Earnhardt Sr. when it comes to.
Right. How many Gordon got? Like 4, you think? I think Petty's got like
5,
Six.
I believe. He's got 5, and Senior's got 1, maybe
Right.
2.
I think Petty's what, 6, 7, somewhere.
It's in the 8-9 range,
Eight,
I
nine
believe.
range.
Yeah, I think so.
Just
I
like
believe it's
Card.
it's way above everybody else. There's a few guys though with Gordon, you know what I mean, that 4-5 range. Jimmy
Yeah.
Johnson, he won his share. You know,
Oh yeah.
few guys that won it. Dale Jarrett won it a few times back in the day. We were just like, no, goddamn, Dale Jarrett, you keep winning
Shit. Who's the favorite this year? Do you have any idea?
Uh, Tyler Reddick is the favorite. Now, look, Elliot, I mean, listen, that kid ended last year not going to the playoffs and winning, but that number 5 car for Richard Hendricks, I don't know. I think he just starts off with that same momentum. It just takes off and goes. That's just my own personal opinion. But here's how it goes this week, and I'm kind of bummed out. So tomorrow is qualifying for the Daytona 500. On Thursday, you will get the Blue Green Vacation Duel 1 and the Blue Green Vacation Duel 2. And on Sunday, the Daytona is postponed till Monday, which I don't have Monday off, actually. I have to work like an insane, crazy maniac every Monday. And I'm not going to get to see the Daytona 500 this year because they've already postponed it and set the date for Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern time.
That's bad news for you.
Dude, that is unbelievable, man. I'm like,
I mean, can't you just record it? It's not like very exciting live, right? You just watch it later.
oh, I could definitely record it, but the only problem is when I get home on Monday, I'll be completely whipped. I won't watch that thing until
Just watch
next.
it and like super fast forward 5 minutes. Oh, there was the race.
I'll just watch that thing I watch on YouTube that gives me every lap, but in 11
Right.
minutes. And
Shout out YouTube.
yeah, I'm kind of bummed out that I thought I would have Sunday morning Daytona 500, a bunch of shorts, getting ready, all excited. And instead, I will be 1 o'clock. I will be hoping for lunch in 2 hours. You know what I mean? Only if I can deliver the mail fast enough. Go, Scotty, go.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. So, shout out to the race coming, but bumming out that it's not going to be. I will watch the duels on Thursday night. It'll give me an idea of which teams have, made any improvement. Where Reddick is sitting. Is it just Hendricks all over again?
What team's Busher on? I forget.
Oh, he's on Keselowski's team, I believe.
Oh yeah, the Michael Jordan Keselowski team.
No, Michael Jordan is Reddick and Bubba Wallace.
Damn it.
I believe it's Keselowski and a couple other people. I don't believe there's any other drivers on Keselowski. I believe it's some kind of conglomeration of
Unless he's a good
other.
investor, I don't see that as being super positive for Busher, right?
No, no. Michael Jordan's probably a better team to be on because that's Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin. There's a whole bunch of shit going on with that team and this charter thing, so I don't know how that affects anything. I'll find out, I guess, in the duel because I would assume Tyler Reddick's going to be there. I haven't heard he's not, so I'll be
Right
excited to
on.
talk about racing next week.
Sure, why not?
Hell yeah. You may move on.
Moving on. Wait, performer of the week. You got one, or should I go first?
I thought you were going to talk about pool. Oh, you don't have a soccer thing. You just have a performer of the week.
Yeah, my soccer is my performer of the week.
You know what, buddy? You go first.
Bust out the cow, baby, because it's freaking. It is Weston McKennie performer of the week time. I'm wearing my Juventus shirt, bought in Torino, Italy, in person. And Weston McKennie was bossing the midfield today. Juventus, who plays in Torino, won their Champions League game pretty much because of McKennie. He was passing, he was tackling, nailed a screamer, top bins. Beautiful game by Weston McKennie. And oh yeah, Christian Pulisic had 2 assists. Now has the most assists in the Serie A since he's been there. He's ridiculous. Cal, what you got for performer of the week?
Performer of the week. Man, there were so many. But I have to go.
If you say FB, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
No, I had a tough week. Still learning the ins and outs of things.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to go with I thought the whole Eagles front four is my performers of the week.
Well deserved. Well
Well
deserved.
deserved. I've never seen four men just rush six guys and win every single time.
Yeah,
Where Patrick
brutal.
Mahomes threw when he threw his first pass into the ground and then his next seven passes into the ground, I
Or
knew
into
Patrick
Eagles
wasn't
to
getting
10.
any time. And he was flustered. And that he hadn't even gotten sacked yet. He was just throwing the ball into the ground. I was like,
Yeah, he could have had a few more picks if I'm not mistaken.
if that ball would have been a little higher on some of those passes, somebody might have caught it. So, yeah, no, hats off to the front four of the Eagles defense. You know, kid scoring a touchdown on his birthday in the Super Bowl. That's kind of cool. I don't know what to say, but that would be the
Cooper
coolest.
DeJean from a town of 900 people. Way to go, buddy.
That would be impressive for me. I would be like my highlight of my life. Well, I mean, winning a Super Bowl, that would be sick. But
But a pick six in the Super
but a
Bowl?
pick six in the Super Bowl on my birthday, sicker. So double sickness for Cooper DeJean. Yeah, the front four of the Eagles defense.
Sweet. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to.
Mm.
Which is odd because I'm kind of not looking forward to it. It's NHL's going on its 2 week break to have the Four Nations tournament, which is USA, Canada, Finland, Sweden. So everyone gets kind of a break from NHL hockey, and we get kind of like an Olympic style 4 team tournament, which I don't know why they didn't invite more than 4 teams. I guess they just thought those 4 were the best. I don't know how they decided that. They were just like, fuck Russia. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. If you're gonna have a hockey tournament, you should probably invite Russia. If it's a world tournament, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Go USA. I don't think Sydney's going to play. He's a little banged up, but he's still going to captain Canada. So I hope they lose now and no regrets over here.
Yeah, you've always said that about Canada. No regrets.
No regrets.
Um, I am
51st
excited for
state.
I'm excited for the start of NASCAR. It's time to go. I'm ready. I mean, nothing else. Basketball is, I mean, of course I'm excited for the Knicks, but that's not next week's start. That's like next
You're
week's
not
almost.
super pumped for the All-Star game,
Nah, I
which
never
is
am anymore.
which is 4 separate teams playing All-Star stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
never excited about that anymore. I
I,
have lost my interest in all-star games except for baseball, which is hilarious because baseball is my least favorite sport. And now my favorite all-star game is the baseball game. And the rest of them all just suck.
right, yeah, one-on-one. Did you see what the WNBA did? That was sick. They had like a little one-on-one tournament. And the number 1 seed, Brianna Stewart, got smoked 12-0. Wouldn't you love to see LeBron get smoked 12-0 in a little one-on-one tournament? I mean, it's never going to happen in the NBA because of injuries, but it was really cool to see the chicks do it. Like I was down with that all-star kind of
Well, you
thing.
know, it's the chicks' time to shine and try new stuff because the boys
They have messed up this weekend.
they have just screwed up this whole all-star thing, man.
Yeah. No, Friday will be fun. I was trying to get tickets to that in San Francisco. They're doing Mullen and Mitch Richmond are going to coach, and they got a bunch of the younger all-star kids and stuff, and it's just going to be kind of more free flow and fun. So that might be a fun day.
That might be a fun day. Is the all-star game in San
Yeah.
Francisco?
Chase Center. Yep. 25 years from the last time we got another all-star game in San Francisco.
All right, cool. That's awesome. Somehow I feel like I'll have to deliver more mail and pour more drinks, but that's fine.
Ooh, I'll do the second anytime.
Nice. You would. Well, I'm FB.
On the goop.
Later.